first vlog ever. Reshape people's perceptions of what we do in our classrooms by sharing with people the good things that you do. Everything you do in the classroom is a manifestation of those values. Like, I think there is so much misinformation out there about what we do as teachers in the classroom. Sometimes you may think I'm insane. I'm not insane. I am in love. Hey guys, welcome to my vlog. It is currently Sunday, November 18th, 2018. It is a beautiful fall day out here in Walnut Hill, Alabama. My name is Wes Talton, and welcome to my vlog. Thank you for coming along. So this is my first vlog ever, like ever. If I'm weird, if I'm awkward, bear with me. I'm sorry. I have an idea. God has given me some vision. He's kind of implanted an idea in my head. But I want to create and launch a teaching vlog, a vlog that is for teachers, by a teacher. So ultimately, I want to discuss some topics that would benefit all teachers, whether it be elementary, middle school, high school, collegiate, whatever. I mean, things like student-teacher relationships, classroom geography, strategic reading assignments, rethinking traditional institutional practices that we have done forever, but looking at them in a much more critical, intentional type of way. Having real, authentic discussion about the teaching pedagogy field that we were insane enough to get into because we love it so much. I'm hoping this inspires you. I'm hoping this vlog gives you some vision about your role as a teacher, about your within your own teaching practice, within your own classroom. So I can't exactly promise when I'm going to actually post a video. I'm still figuring out the model of how I want to do this. I'm hoping that we can create some community, some good connections, some good relationships and discussion about this field. In addition to teaching vlogs, I want to do a few lifestyle vlogs, travel vlogs, to invite you into mine and my wife's Rachel's life. My wife is not home right now. She's actually at work. She's a nurse at Tallahassee Hospital. She's currently in nurse practitioner school. But when we were in Ireland and England this summer, we took a group of students from my school across the Atlantic on this amazing, life-changing trip. I kind of got the vlogging bug. I did a little bit of vlogging when I was over there. In addition to the teaching vlogs and the lifestyle vlogs, I want to do some faith vlogs. I am a Christian. I've been saved by Jesus Christ. Sometimes you may think I'm insane. I'm not insane. I am in love. I actually lead a morning devotion every Friday at my school, and some of those topics I may bring up. I hope that you get something out of these. Like I said before, I hope my vlogs inspire you. I hope they give you some vision, and I hope we can learn and grow together. And I just want to invite you into my life, into mine and Rachel's life, really. Be patient with my editing and my camera techniques and the way I don't know. Just be patient with me. I'll figure it out. Next time you see me, I will be in my classroom, the lab where it goes down. Have a good Sunday. It's Monday. Good morning. Probably my favorite time of the day is morning time. If it's a good morning, I usually get to start off with some scripture, and then coffee is a necessity. I don't know. I love Mondays. It's a chance for me to hit reset and set a new tone in my classroom. And I always get excited thinking about what the week's going to bring when Monday comes around. I just love Mondays. I said it. But I also think it's important to not let our students see any of our weakness. Even if we did dread Mondays, don't let them see it. Let them adapt to your mood, to your tone, to your positivity in the day. I think I've always just thrived in those circumstances when everybody around you is complaining that it's Monday and they're tired. It almost makes me want to work and grind it out even harder. It's almost like working out during the holiday season when everyone around you is basically letting themselves go, but you're still implementing discipline in your life. Okay. Yeah, I'm wearing different clothes now. I didn't get to vlog yesterday like I wanted to. Finally, back in my classroom. This is the lab. This is where it goes down. I love my classroom. So the first thing I want to talk about to you in this vlog is, I think a lot related to why I even wanted to do this vlog in the first place, which part of me was motivated by public perception of what goes on in the classroom. I think there is so much misinformation out there about what we do as teachers in the classroom. There's this Hollywood version of what we do.
The sheriff was there to do his...
People who really never even thought about teaching before, they think we're a bunch of babysitters. That's what we do.
We're going to have recess all the time.
Woo! But Miss
We're like public servants. We volunteer, we don't really get paid, and we just have all good hearts, and we like thank you for what you do, but you're not really a professional, you're just more like a volunteer. It's kind of like that scene off like Meet the Parents where Owen Wilson asks Greg what he does.
Greg's a male nurse.
It's great to give something back like that. I'd love to find time to do some volunteer work.
Yeah, well, I get paid, but
Just go watch the movie. But few people actually realize the great teaching that's happening in classrooms today, really at all levels. Teachers are so experimental today, and they are breaking old walls down. Millennials just don't, I know this is a generalized statement, but millennials don't learn the same way I did. And I graduated from 2005. Things have changed fast. I never imagined I would have to be as innovative as I am. And I'm not meaning colored pencils and like post-it notes and drawing artsy things type creative. I mean, just in like how I relate to them. So I hope I can clear up some misconceptions about teaching to a lot of people and who are maybe watching this vlog, but also give you some inspiration about how to manufacture public perception on your end, how to manufacture your own identity and market yourself as a teacher. Truth is, teachers, I mean, I think if you were to ask any teacher why they got into it, not all teachers would say that we just love kids. I'm not much of a kid person. I love these teenagers, but I'm going to be honest. The elementary teachers, you were my hero. I'm just going to say that. I honestly don't know how y'all do what you do. So yeah, true. I didn't get into this because I just love students. I love teaching them. I actually love the content more. That was my initial reason why I got into teaching, was because of the content, and I'm still a nerd about my content. I never would have imagined how much I enjoyed the relationships with these students until I got into this. And they have shaped me as much as I have shaped them. There are times I would rather be around my students than adults. I just like being around them. They crack me up. I can relate to them on a lot of things. If I could tell the public one thing, is that we are as professional as they get I think the sheer reflective nature of teaching makes us as professional, if not more professional, than any other field out there. So we're always trying to find new ways of perfecting our craft. Teaching is anything but idle in terms of a profession. Your craft, the way you do things. You know, the great teachers always are trying to find a way of relating to students better. How that lesson, I can always make that lesson a little bit better. You know, I think there's a kind of a secondary, I guess, not always stated, hidden perception that people have of teachers, and that's anybody can do it. Well, if you can't be successful in med school, just, get into teaching. You'll figure it out. A lot of people think that if you can't do anything else, teach. Yeah, you'll get your world rocked because we don't make tons of money. There's a general lack of respect there because most of our society values materialism, and on a large degree, we treat, people who have a lot of money much differently than we do people who maybe not. I think most teachers just labor under a general lack of respect. I think the good teachers don't stay there. They don't need a whole lot of respect from people. They don't need to be liked because they know what they're doing is right. Most of us are kind of cool with that. We don't do it for that. We have our own reasons. Don't get into this field if you're wanting to get good feelings always from the public, because the fulfillment comes, but a lot of it does not come from the general public. So on that note, I want to encourage teachers out there who maybe are discouraged because people just don't give them the respect that they deserve. I want to encourage you to focus more on why you got into this for the first place. We shouldn't be totally dependent on people's perception of us and what we do in the classroom to validate what we do. I think it's important to create your identity as a teacher. Have your reasons why you get into this and remind yourself of those reasons every single day. Create your own brand. Create your own brand of teaching. Become an institution yourself within your school building. Have some values that you really base your teaching off of. That everything you do in the classroom is a manifestation of those values. Like mine personally, I've always had two values that I live by as a teacher. One, I'm going to be a scholar of my content. And two, I'm going to develop and value relationships with my students. And I'm going to marry the two together. I'm going to use those relationships with those students, that trust, those vulnerabilities, even to as a pipeline to, in a way, distribute my content through. Each of us has certain strengths, things that we're just good at, things that really just make sense to us. I struggle with project-based learning. I've got some colleagues that are masters at it. So don't try to become something you're not. Create your brand. And I say that to say this, connecting it back to our topic. Market your brand to the public. Use social media, use newsletters, let people know what you're doing in the classroom. There's a lot of good things. There's so much good teaching that I'm seeing, especially in my own school. And I don't see people marketing out there. Show people what you're doing. Reshape those perceptions that people have of what you do. See what you do as bigger than just a job. See it as an experience. Sell that to your students. This is not just work. It's much bigger than just work. But I think the people that you have to convince more than anybody are really students. Develop and create your own reputation that their friends talk to their friends about what goes on in your classroom before they even get in. And let your reputation precede you. That will get out to parents. Instead of parents asking principals to I don't want my son or my daughter to take so and so. They're going to ask the principal to put their student in your class. They're going to, please make sure whatever that my student takes this teacher right here, okay? Because they've heard of all the good things. Because you've taken the time to promote yourself, to market yourself, to be as transparent as possible to the outside world. So I guess what I want so many of y'all to do for now in this first video, and I hope video of many, is I know that there's good teaching out there. I see it. Reshape people's perceptions of what we do in our classrooms by sharing with people the good things that you do, of the grind that you put in. I know you spend a lot of time developing relationships with students. I know you spend time perfecting those lessons. Let people see it. There is nothing wrong with getting excited over what we do. There's nothing wrong with getting butterflies after 4th of July because you know in a few weeks you're going to be going back to your classroom. There's nothing wrong with liking Mondays because you can't wait to share with your students what you've been planning. Be comfortable with that. Embrace that. I just want you to know and remind you that you have a lot of power. You have incredible influence on these people that you teach. And they're not babies, they're not little kids. They're not children. To you, they're your students. And I encourage you to treat them with the utmost respect and care that, well, I would say what they deserve. Sometimes they don't always deserve that, but we give it to them anyways. And I encourage you to coat what you do in love but at the same time, keep those high standards for them. You're not doing them, and we are not doing them any favors by allowing them to cut corners and by babying them. I hope this gives you some vision. I hope this has encouraged you in some way. I've got a list of topics I want to talk about on the next vlog, so just be patient with me. And as pretty much every single YouTuber out there would say, like and subscribe. Hope you all have a good week. God bless you. We'll talk to you again. Bye.